Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are doing another Swiss M15 draft. So I've got Scuttling Doom Engine as my rare, and I think I'm definitely going to pick that. What else do we have in here that's pretty good? Of course the Paragon, good lord. Seraph is fine. A little bit expensive, but good. I like this Sly Blade card. That card's good too. Although a black card that has hexproof is kind of weird. Usually if it gets hexproof, it has blue giving it hexproof or green. So a black card with hexproof is kind of weird. Path Mage, Covenant, actually a lot of playable cards in here. Taking the Scuttling Doom Engine because not only does it leave me completely open, but it's a really good card. 6 mana, 6 power, 6 toughness. If it dies, your opponent still gets punished. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Just a whole lot of things going on with Scuttling Doom Engine, so I like it. Okay. Follow-up pick. Well, we've got Hunt the Weak, which is in fact a removal spell for green. Dauntless River Marshal, which is a great, just a great card in general. You have to be blue-white to really capitalize on it, but that's still really good. I think just power level wise, I would have to say Dauntless River Marshal is the strongest card remaining in this pack. Followed probably closely by the Hunt the Weak, just because green removal and it makes your dude bigger. It's pretty good. I think we're just going to do Dauntless River Marshal. Yes, it kind of forces you into 2 colors right away, but that guy's just really good. Efficient beater plus late game tap 2 dudes down turn. It's pretty game changing, so I think it's worth taking it and seeing if that pans out or not. Okay, so we got Battlefield Forge, we have Gravedigger, which is fine, Verdant Haven, get a little ramp going, Generator Servant, pretty good for red. Trying to think. No real good solid blue or white in this pack, but it's only pick 3. It could just be a, obviously it could just be a pack that's light in those colors. I could take the Battlefield Forge just because it's mana fixer, but there's not a ton of mana fixing in this set beyond those lands and a couple other cards like Verdant Haven and Meteorite. Could just take the Generator Servant since it cheats dudes out like Scuttling Doom Engine. I guess I'll take the Generator Servant. Oh wow. Well, Stormtide Leviathan is definitely a strong card. There's another Generator Servant in here. Siege Worm. Borderland Marauder. I'm a big fan of this Leviathan. Man, this card is good. That is a good card. And the nice thing about taking the Leviathan here is it still leaves this River Marshal as a chance. But then again, there are no white picks in here, so I don't know. Yes, it's an 8-drop, but it's a pretty strong 8-drop. Basically turns off all your opponent's ground creatures and gives you an 8-power unblockable dude. I mean, there's a lot of upside to that. Otherwise, Generator Servant number 2, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it too much. I like the Stormtide Leviathan. Yeah, it's clunky, it's expensive, but it's pretty game-changing. Okay, so now we can take Verdant Haven if we want to go into a ramp strategy, like we did last time. Or we can take the Midnight Guard, Research Assistant, Marked by Honor. I think we could just take the Guard. But I guess Research Assistant is a little bit... So Guard's better for Convoke, and Research Assistant is nice because it's got, chance to loot for you, which could be useful, and it blocks reasonably well. I guess Midnight Guard blocks a little bit better because of the 2 power, but I'm not sure. I think one of those, though. I'm going to go with the Guard. I think there's a little bit more upside. I feel like the assistants go a little bit later anyway, so I'll take the Midnight Guard. Okay, so now we can go Skirmisher. which is a fine bear. Peel from Reality, which I think is something I want a little bit more, especially if I can pick up some dudes with Enter the Battlefield abilities like Skirmisher, but maybe the Heliod's Pilgrim's a little bit better. Glacial Crasher is cool. It's a good card. But we're going to take the Peel from Reality because this card's just really good, I think. I mean, you need a creature to be able to play it, but I like the fact that if your opponent plays removal, you can bounce one of their creatures as well as save your creature from the removal. I don't know, something about that is really appealing. There's a lot of little cool things you can do with Peel from Reality. Okay, so now, oh wow. Green Paragon, that's pretty good. So there's Evolving Wilds, but I think we're just taking the Void Snare, cutting blue, and getting another removal spell. Removal in quotations. It is just a bounce effect, but there's a lot of good auras in this set. I've noticed just in a few drafts, so Void Snare seems like it's a really good card to sort of hinder that plan. Okay, good blue picks in here. Diffusion Sliver, not a terribly exciting card. I think we're probably going to take the Encrust over the Chrono Stutter because we're probably in white, which would mean we can pick up Heliod's Pilgrim and search up our Encrust. So I'm down. It also locks down artifacts too. So we'll take it. Okay, Path Mage, great pickup here. Nothing else of real note remaining in here. Vine Weft is playable. Okay, Tyrant's Machine. I like that card. Could pretty easily take that. A couple good red cards remaining for sure. If I want to go blue-red and cut the Midnight Guard and Dauntless River Marshal, I could take the Intimidator. It's going to be tough to get to 8 mana for our Stormtide, but I guess we have Generator Servant. I'll take the Enforcer. If red's open, I may just start diving into that. Okay, I guess we'll take a foil card. Wait, is that even a foil? They used to like... I mean, it has to be a foil. It looks so weird. Just I feel like they used to, you know, shimmer or something. I don't want the Fugitive Wizard, so I'll take the Witch's Familiar. Act on Impulse is cool, but don't think we're playing it, but I guess we'll take it. Alright. Okay, so I'd like to make blue-white work again, but we'll see. We got some late, decent red picks there. Polymorphous Jest. Until in turn, each creature target player controls. Jeez, yeah. That's a blowout card. Geist of the Moors seems like a pretty solid white pick that I haven't seen yet. Welkin Turn Flies, some evasion dudes, military intelligence, path mage, sentinel. A lot of good evasion guys in here, but yeah, I think we're just taking the Polymorphous Jest. That is a incredibly strong trick. Okay, raise the alarm in white. Heat Ray for red though, which is removal. Pretty good removal at that. The red picks we have, I still think, alright, this is what I think. I think the white picks we have are stronger than the red picks. I just think we're getting more of a red signal. But I'm not sure exactly what that means. It means I can right now go into red if I want to make blue-red work. But I'm not sure I do. I'm not sure I want to go blue-red. I'm not sure if I'm sold on that. I mean, I like that I guess Servant can help me get to my Leviathan faster, or my Doom Engine. So I can get a Heat Ray here, or a Nimbus of the Isles, which flies. Heat Ray's definitely better. Raise the Alarm is cool too. I guess I'll take the Heat Ray. Okay, Revoker, Turn to Frog. Well, I mean, the good news is we're getting a lot of good blue picks. Willforged Golem is good, but don't have a ton of creatures to support it yet. Could just take the Turn Frog because it's good removal most of the time. Yeah, so it's Turn to Frog or Golem, and I think we'll just take the Turn to Frog. Illusory Angel, very good. There's also Shrapnel Blast, but we only have one. That is pretty insane, though. Sack a Doom Engine, your opponent loses 11 life. It's pretty good. I think our pick is just the Illusory Angel. It's very good at the Void Snare. We can pick up some cheaper stuff and make it work. It's just a really strong card, I think. Frostlink's definitely good. Let's see here. Stain the Mind. Oh. Well, we can take Blast Firebolt. I'm okay with that. It's definitely the best thing on color with our plan. It is removal. Alright. I guess my instincts were correct, and red is, in fact, the open color. Red and blue, so let's make a red and blue deck. Glacial Crasher becomes much better when you're red-blue. I will say that. I still want the Blast Firebolt because it's removal, but I think I need to value Glacial Crashers higher now because they're straight up 6-mana 5/5 Tramplers, which is pretty good. Second Stormtide Leviathan? That's absurd. How do I get to 8? Man, I might have to... Maybe I make an 18-land deck? I gotta find more Generator Servants. I'm gonna do it because it's crazy. And I'll probably play 18 lands. Do I play Rug? Splashing for Verdenhaven seems so odd. I think we'll just take the Rough Rider, who's actually a good card. Alright, Thundering Giant. Definitely cool with that. Welkin Turn is a good flyer, but I definitely feel like a deck that wants to block more often. But then again, I guess Thundering Giant's just clunky anyway. He's not much of a blocker. He's obviously a much better attacker. I think I'm going to take the Welkin Turn just because of the interaction with Illusory Angel. I actually have to have some cheap spells in here, or else Illusory Angel seems like it's never going to get played. Alright, take a second Path Mage, or we can take a Military Intelligence, but seems more like a deck that could benefit from Path Mage. Bit clunky, admittedly, but let's take it. Alright, Tinkerer. Definitely a playable card. We'll take it. Mind Sculpt. I don't think we're on the mill plan. I can take the Rummaging Goblin, or I can take the Statute. I think it's more likely I could easily main deck the Goblin, especially if we're having mana issues, whether it be Flood or Screw. So we could take the Negate, we could take the Miner's Bane. I think we've got enough late game stuff going on. So why don't we take the Negate? Shadowcloak Vampire I'm just going to take to hate it, because it's a powerful card. So the double Stormtide Leviathan deck, that is, it's definitely interesting. So this is 20 cards, 3 more cards, and I got myself a nice little deck. So what do I want? Decent amount of removal already. Need some way to get to these. Sliver Hive, huh? That's cool. Inferno Fist is more removal, and it's relatively cheap. The Capsho Kite Fins are good, but they're kind of expensive. I think we just take the Inferno Fist because it shocks, or it lets you beat in for 4 with your Welkin Turn, which is pretty efficient. So I'm cool with that. It's more red removal. Okay. Now we've got Brawler's Plate, Frostlinks. Frostlinks seems really good for us because we kind of strike... This deck strikes me as something that just needs to buy as much time as possible, and this is a good way to do that. Brawler's Plate is very strong too, but I think we're more on cards that stall. We're more a deck that wants to get as many stall options as we can. So I think we're going to take the Frostlinks. Brawler's Plate's better most of the time, but I think Frostlinks is more in this deck's territory. Chrono Stutter. Here's our Glacial Crasher. I guess that's probably the best 6-drop for us. This guy convokes out, which is nice. I still think we're an 18 land deck, so if I'm going to pick Glacial Crasher, I'm going to have to cut something for it. I've already got so much expensive stuff. I don't know, maybe the Tinkerer, just because it's a regular old 2-3, but 2-3s are usually pretty... Maybe it's the Welkin Turn, because Welkin Turn's not really what this deck wants to do. We're not going to aggro people down more often than not. Much more likely to win in the late game, so I guess take the Glacial Crasher just because it's a nice big beater. Alright, well we have a lot of blue cards, which makes this Paragon look a lot more appealing. Not too much else for us, but we already have, how many blue creatures? What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, seems correct. I think we're taking Inferno Fist number 2 here, get some more removal. I like the Inferno Fist more than the Appeal from Reality. I already have to make some cuts, I guess. Maybe the Rummaging Goblin can get the axe, or maybe just because it's a little bit clunky for a 1-1. Yeah, I think I'll take the second Inferno Fist. No 5-drops makes me look at Nimbus of the Isles, but I still think we're taking Inferno Fist. Get some shock action going. I could take the Wall of Frost. It's a pretty good ground dude. Borderland Marauder, I don't like as much in this deck. Because it doesn't block well. I think just because I've got all this late game stuff, I want to make a deck that's just a little bit more solid early on. Maybe we take the Wall of Frost just because it does block very well. Doesn't block flyers all that well, but that's okay. Guess we'll take the Wall of Frost. Kurd Chieftain's just really good. Krinko's Enforcer actually isn't even that good for us. Does evade, but it's color intensive. We're light red. So I don't think I'm taking it. I guess we'll hate the Chieftain just because that guy's really good. Probably better than everything else in here. I think we'll hate the evasive guy. Jace's Ingenuity, second Blast Firebolt, second Negate. I don't think we need the Ingenuity so much because we're already sort of, I don't know, we're already sort of slow to play stuff. Could take a second Negate, could take a second Blast Firebolt. These guys are so expensive, but main decking multiple Negates kind of awkward. I guess I'll take the Bolt, maybe if we go up against multiple, a deck that has multiple equipment cards or something like that. Crowd's Favor is pretty legit combat trick. We don't have a lot of red to support it, but that's okay. Could take the Artifact Land for our Tinkerer, give it flying. I think well, are we even going to play Crowd's Favor? Probably not. but I guess I'll take it anyway. Alright, Chrono Stutter versus Willforged Golem. At this point, maybe I can take the Willforged Golem. We're probably not playing Chrono Stutter. And Golem I might be able to make work in here. I'm not sure yet. I'm really not sure. Would have liked some more Generator Servants, but that's okay. Alright, I guess we'll take a second negate now for sideboard. Go ahead and take that, and take that. Alright. So we've got ourselves a deck. Got some decent removal in here. Definitely going to have to make some cuts. Still think we're playing double Stormtide Leviathans, which means we are going to be playing 18 lands. A lot of 6-drops too, so I think we're probably going to cut at least one Bolt. Maybe we sideboard the negates. Unless we need them. Maybe we kind of like all of our cheap creatures though. Let's separate out our spells from creatures. Guess I can cut the Blastfire Bolt from main deck. I think I'd rather have these guys, just because this guy can come out, you know, turn 4, 5 maybe, and these two are just really strong. And of course the Leviathans are monsters. We're definitely playing 18 lands, so I just have to figure out one more cut, and then I think we're fine. Guess I'd prefer it not be a creature. So I guess Crowd's Favor maybe. It is a good trick, but I'd rather have all of these removal spells, I think. Okay, so 18 lands with this. It seems alright to me. I can get behind this deck. We've got a game plan. A couple more Generator Servants and I would have felt much more comfortable, but 18 lands, we should be able to hit 7 and 8 occasionally. So much more blue than red. Pretty light red actually, so maybe we'll just do 6 mountains. And 12 islands. Do need, well, maybe we can do 11-7, I guess. Although we do need double blue. 11, you should see 2 of them with 11. You should see 2 islands at least early on with 11, and 3 late game for sure. By the time I have 8 mana, I should have 3 blue sources, definitely. So what's the thing that, okay, combine groups, here we go. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm going to run it like this. I'm not sure exactly how strong it is yet. I think it's okay. Strengths of the deck, well, our top end, our late game plan is pretty awesome. Our early game plan is decent. As long as we can stick a creature on turn 3, Inferno Fist likely will come online and help us out a little bit. I guess Illusory Angel seems a little bit more difficult to play, but it's still totally doable. So yeah, a little bit clunky, but that's why we're running 18 lands. So we'll see how this pans out for us. Got a decent sideboard strategy with the bolts and the negates. Yeah, I guess I'll see you round 1. We'll see what this deck can do.